Hey, what's shaking, you five-time losers? My name's Jesse, and this is my brother Cody.
Cold-blooded.
And welcome to the Ultimate United Givers of Themes podcast.
This is the podcast for the Ultimate United Givers of Themes, and we're also known as Two Golf. We're gonna talk about the movies that we rewrote all the themes for. We're watching some movies and complaining about things, cause we want our themes in these damn movies. But we don't think Hollywood has the damn guts to deal with how real our themes are. We don't think the themes from all these movies cut the mustard good enough, and we could do a better job. So we rewrote the themes, and now they're better themes. And now this is a podcast where you listen to us talk about our themes. Okay, here we go. Let's podcast.
Let's podcast. All right.
Let's podcast.
I got an idea. Maybe we should podcast this week. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? Last week we were like, nah, but maybe this week, sure. Let's do a podcast.
Yeah, but listen up before you all get all yappy. I don't know what that is about.
Now you know people have been getting yappy.
Yeah, people getting yappy. Last week we were putting some bells and whistles.
Almost literally.
No
whistles.
There wasn't any whistling, but maybe we should. On the Two Golf, the first full-length Two Golf record coming at you. At this point, I'm going to say early 2022. That's the next year, right?
Yeah, that is the next year.
Yeah, so probably sometime early in that year.
And the co-founder / multi-instrumentalist Rob is actually an excellent whistler.
He can whistle
He
like
can
a
whistle
champion
like
of whistling.
He can whistle like a goddamn songbird.
Yeah, like if a songbird heard Rob whistling, the songbird would be like, "We got to change my name. We got to change my name,
guys."
Yeah, but it should have been called Whistlebird in the first place. But that's another tune to tell
for another podcast. Something about linguistics.
So the next movie on the list of movies that make up the Lost Themes, which is we're in the middle of going over Lost Themes Volume 1, available at the Two Golf Bandcamp. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is what we're talking about today.
Sick film. Formative film.
Yeah, I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. We went to see this, but Mom didn't want to see it, so she went to see Dangerous Liaisons instead, which also had Keanu Reeves in it.
Right.
And then we were all like, yeah, we both saw Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
But
that was like the beginning of his big moment, I think.
Yeah, he was having a big time moment because The River's Edge had just happened.
Prince of Pennsylvania was a massive blockbuster.
Yeah. There was something having to do with him. Was he in like Gulliver's Travels or something? Like a bad version of Gulliver's Travels? You know what I'm talking about, that classic children's tale, Gulliver's Travels.
I know what Gulliver Traveling. I know about that. I know there's one that stars Ted Danson from Three Men with a Little Lady.
Becker.
From Becker.
But
I don't know of a Keanu
Reeves
Sullivan's Travels. Not Sullivan's. Different movie. Forget about it. It's cool.
It's a weird thing for you to say. Anyway,
it is.
Who knows
cool.
about that? Not us. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, a formative film for both of us, I'd say.
Yep.
Made. Definitely. I think by this time I already knew I wanted to be a big time rock and roller when I grew up.
Sure.
But this movie just was like affirming that even more. It's like you can be a big time rock and roller and not be no good. And as long as you get to time travel, you'll get good eventually, and you'll save the world probably in 3 movies.
Yeah. So a weird stance I have is
standing on like one leg while your other leg just goes all wavy gravy.
Yeah, but while I do that, I think about movies. So I was doing that, thinking about the Bill and Ted saga. Mm-hmm. And I think Excellent Adventure is probably the best movie of the 3, but my heart lives with Bogus Journey.
You know what? Love them. I love them all in different ways, and
Sure.
I could also. I would also gladly watch any of them when I want to watch a Bill and Ted movie, it's a tough decision for me to be like, which one do I want to watch? Because they're all great in different ways.
Yeah.
But I would play devil's advocate for a moment, Marge, and say that Face the Music is the best film of the three of them.
I could definitely see. I only seen that the one time.
I mean, it's just made good.
Yeah, and
it's
when something's
real
made good, that makes a difference about whether or not it's the best.
Yeah, because I think when they were, and it's all, the cool thing is this is one of those franchises where I think the same dudes, like Ed Solomon or something like that, I think kind of at least wrote all of them.
Yeah, I actually don't even know who directed the first two. I assume they were different directors.
I think you're right about that, but I think there's someone named like Ed Solomon.
Yeah,
who is like the kind of guru.
Ed Solomon.
And forgive me if Ed Solomon has a partner whose name I can't remember, because it wouldn't make sense because they're writing about two guys. So you figured two guys would write it.
The guy I was thinking of is the director, the Galaxy Quest director who directed Dean Parasot.
But didn't he direct Face the Music, I think?
Yeah. But I
yeah.
don't think he was involved with Bogus Journey.
No.
Or
He was
Excellent
way
Adventure.
he was probably getting ready for Galaxy Quest that whole time.
Right.
And
like,
because
so my thing is
movie,
just it's not that I don't love the supporting cast of Genghis Khan and Beethoven and Socrates and Jane Weedlin, who I think is my favorite go-go, and
Kathy Valentine for me, but
no argument. But I like all them, but I think the people I want to hang out with more are Station and Death and Good Robot Bill and Ted.
Yeah. Oh, I am not forgetting about Bogus Journey here, man. If that's what you're implying, I am not.
Way to go. I like when they say way to go, Good Robot Bill and Ted. Like, that's just a great,
and
that is writing.
And like Evil Robot Us's, when they start talking about us's.
Yeah, those
because
those
that's
evil
the way
us's are.
That's the way you want to talk, and that's the way I want to talk, and it's the way I talk. So it's nice to hear people talk the way you want to talk, because it gives you a good feeling in your heart.
Yeah, and and adding in Death to the mix, he's pretty good. And then like in the new one, adding in that robot who gets emotions, I think.
Yeah.
That,
And the daughters, the Billy and Billy and it's just Billy and Teddy, right? Is that
I think so.
I know one of them. Anyway, both great.
One of them is named. Her last name is Weaving. So it's
Huggo Weaving's kid. Put those faces. You know what? Don't quote
you are
me.
Here to answer the threat of mortal.
Don't quote me on that. But I think they're at least related. Maybe. Because you look at their face and they're related, and they have the same last name.
Yeah, so
case closed.
Case closed.
I love that there's so many facts that we're just not even looking up during this.
We're just assuming they have the same last name. You can sort of picture their faces looking like each other.
We don't know exactly who wrote this movie, like who did the directing and whatnot.
But we're going to make assumptions.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's what people pay us for.
Mm-hmm. You know what I was surprised by? I don't want to talk about corporate, but maybe these guys would want to sponsor us.
Kettle Chips?
They're eating Kettle Chips, and I don't know if we had them in PA in 1989. Maybe that was more of a California thing.
Yeah, maybe they were like in San Dimas.
To me, it seems new, but. Oh man, what if that's like a time travel thing, Easter egg, that they just put it in there, and then later on, like when I heard of Kettle Chips, which I want to say is probably more like late 90s.
I think that's when they got big. I think they existed in some form or the other. Yeah. I definitely remember those, those dirty potato chips.
Yeah,
I remember those when I was like 14 years old.
Not to interrupt, but. That dude, is that Clarence Clemens or not?
I believe it is.
Okay.
I believe it is.
Okay. Don't look it up.
But, I'm not going to look it up.
And for those of you who aren't watching on YouTube,
we're pointing at Clarence Clemens.
We're pointing at Clarence Clemens and then asking, is that him? He's one of like the head dudes in the future that sends Rufus back. But
George Carlin looks. You know how as you get older, you watch movies and you're like, I was watching that Paul McCartney thing, and I was like, wow, Paul McCartney looks so young.
Mm-hmm.
And but he doesn't. But
Yeah, because it's weird.
George
because,
Carlin looks like he's like 35 here.
Yeah, but the funny thing is when I saw this movie, as a 11-year-old, it would have been, I guess. To me, it was like, oh, he old.
He's a very old
He's
person.
a very old person. And it's funny now that we're old. We're probably older now than George Carlin was then.
Yeah.
Or, and I guess we do look older than that. But I didn't think so until now. I've just had a realization. We're starting to look old. We're in our mid-40s.
Hey, we're getting old. What are you going to do about it?
I really want my I got a lot of gray and white hair, but I'm just like,
do
get
it
over with, man.
Because I
I'm one of these days I'm gonna go to someone and get to a hairdresser or the woman who cuts my hair, and I want to kind of be like I'm not gonna cover up the gray. I want more of it, but I want to would it be dumb to be like, can you just dye it gray and then maybe hope it'll just stick?
I think they do that. I mean, I don't know if it would stick right away.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like mine stayed brown a little longer than I expected. I'm starting to get the salt and pepper beard.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, for me, my hair is brown, not black, so it's more like, I don't know, cinnamon powder and pepper.
Yeah. It is like cinnamon sugar.
Nutmeg and pepper.
Yeah.
No, nutmeg and salt. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. Or cinnamon and salt.
Nope. Good combination, though. You mix cinnamon and salt. That's how you make brown sugar. Look it up. I'm not going to look it up. We should just keep bringing up more incorrect facts and refusing to look it up.
So, this is 1988 or 89?
I'm not sure. I actually thought it was 87.
Nah, it's no way that early.
Well, when was Les Liaisons Dangereuses released?
Either 88 or 89. Okay, look at that.
I almost looked it up, but I'm not going to. Okay, wait, because we don't agree, so then I have to look it up.
But wasn't this the same summer as, like, Indiana Jones and stuff? Because I often think of things on the summer that they occur. Like Indiana Jones and this and stuff.
Okay.
Stuff.
1989.
Okay. Yeah, that was one of the things that I thought it was.
I thought Bogus Journey was 89.
No, because Bogus Journey was like after Faith No More was big, and that's like 91.
Good point.
91.
Good point.
Yeah. So they're at the Circle K, and I don't know. At this point in the movie with Bill and Ted, they're at the Circle K, and you want to think that maybe odd stuff is gonna happen.
Yeah,
at the Circle K.
And I didn't know what a Circle K was until seeing this movie, and I believe it's mentioned in a parody song of a Young MC song that Weird Al did for UHF.
Right.
He mentions a Circle K.
Right.
Now I get it.
Yeah. It's a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, it's like a 7-Eleven, but the same.
Yeah.
Also different.
Do they? This is California. California's got Circle K's, right? Like you go out there and you're like,
I think they got.
Let's go to Circle K.
Let's go to Circle K, or like, no, I need more stuff. We got to go to Ralph's.
Yeah. I'm at a point in life where, like, when I watch these movies from the 80s, I like to look at more of the stuff in the background.
Yeah,
and, like,
see what's the stuff what did Doritos packaging look like back then?
Keanu Reeves is sporting a sweet OU812 era Van Hagar
Oh,
shirt.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, see, that's
man.
Yeah.
Right now, I hope I gotta watch that video because I bet somewhere in the middle of it says, right now, Bill and Ted is playing.
Yeah, but this is the wrong era. Right now is from For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge.
Okay.
You know what that stands for?
I do. Man, those are some good album titles.
You know they were so
OU812.
It actually is. OU812 is pretty good.
That's pretty class. But that sounds... Maybe they named it that just to like we're ahead of you, Weird Al. Go ahead and try to do better than OU812.
Yeah. Oh man, but you know what? I wonder if Weird Al did a parody of that like kind of country twanger that I was really into at one point. That like whoa.
I kind of know it.
You gotta listen to the riff real quick.
From that era, I just think of I mean, I always tried to ignore ignore Van Halen. I get how good Eddie is.
Yeah,
I
no,
get it.
But this is when you hear this song, you'll know it, and you'll never get it out of your head ever again. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Okay, here we go.
Remember this?
Right. Oh yeah. Oh. It sounds like something that should play at the beginning of every like Tony Scott
but
trailer.
And they think they're grooving so good.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you know what I like. Oh, baby.
Oh, such dirt bags.
Here it comes. The worst noise. Oh, that. You know what? I'll tell you what. I really love I Don't Want to Drive 55 Miles Per Hour. I think that's a classic rocker for the ages.
There's some pretty good Wabo Rita's tunes.
But Hagar, man. Wow, wow, wow. Oh,
everybody,
so
you got to hear the right Hagar project. Some
Yeah.
people, sometimes you might be a chicken foot guy.
Yeah, so maybe we should let's check out a little bit of our theme for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and we'll wipe the Hagarness from the air real quick. Here we go. This song is actually pretty much chud rock.
What the F are we gonna do? We're screwed if we don't pass this class. I will have to go to soldier school, and you will live a life most non-trial.
See, we didn't talk much about the movie, but you're getting it all here.
Yeah, you're getting it. Yeah. From Ted's point of view.
Happens to fall out of the sky, and off the sun.
Literally
Actually
just
happening.
Quantum physical assistance. We should probably.
Yeah, it's like Aerosmith.
Yeah, that's a really good. Yeah.
This song probably has the best pre-chorus I've ever written, and it's coming up here.
You can kind of picture Frank Black's bass player.
Yeah.
We gotta go and get ourselves a soul crazy. We gotta go and get a Billy the Kid. And we gotta go and get ourselves Big Bob. And if we have time, we gotta get a Sigmund Fruit. We gotta go and get ourselves a Joan of Arc. And we gotta go and get ourselves a Genghis Khan. And we gotta go and get ourselves an Abe Lincoln. And we gotta go.
That's all they gotta get.
Yeah.
On an excellent adventure. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, so that's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure from Lost Themes, Volume 1. That's over on our Bandcamp's page.
Yeah, spread it
You can
on.
check it out. That one it didn't make it on like one of the official wide release, one of the ones that goes on Spotify and all that shit. Mostly
pretty
because like it's a good rocker, but it's like 5 minutes long, and I'm trying to keep the themes to like 3.
Yeah, sometimes
minutes.
it's just not the right rocker at the right time.
Yeah.
Maybe look at
this. I think this would be a good one to like maybe in the future we can get together for like theme retreats for like a weekend.
Yeah.
And maybe that'd be something to shoot for. Hey,
Throw
do
together.
that? Like
do some run stuff up the flagpole. Spitballing.
Just make like do like one single a year or something.
Yeah.
And then like in 10 years you got a record, and so just wait around for that, man.
Yeah, just deal with it. Who knows how we'll be listening to records then.
So it's weird that we haven't those Wamblers guys have not. It's been a couple weeks since we've heard from them. We got some calls from other guys.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they have been missing.
Yeah, it's I don't know. And something weird happened around Halloween, which was like a month ago at this point. And it's it's just weird. I don't really remember. I don't know. I don't remember much of even doing that. I know we did a Halloween podcast.
Yeah, I know it happened,
yeah.
but I think I mentioned in previous episodes, there's just a hole there,
Yeah.
like a lacuna, which means I don't know, a hole.
Can everyone hear us? So anyway, we're back to the podcast about Bill from Ted.
Welcome to the show on your radio by the goof rock band you've heard of every night in your own dreams.
Yummy.
The Whalers.
And we're coming to you from some place. It's like a big black place. And we've been here a while. It's cool.
It's cool. Don't worry about it.
So how's Bill and Ted go? Start from the beginning.
Okay, so it's a movie about these two kids, and they do really crappy at school. And since they did crappy at school, that means in the future, music's gonna kill everybody. So they're like, okay, we better go back into the time. And as you know, time is a flat circle. So it doesn't really, Anyway, then they come back and they play rock and roll. And I like that because everybody likes to rock and roll.
Rock and roll, big time rock and rollers like us love rock and roll. To rock and roll.
So we're going to find our way back.
Gonna get them
Like
guys.
A big, like, I don't know where anything even is out here.
It's cool because every place is nowhere you go, so like whatever about that.
Just get in touch with your goof and make love to it. We know what that is.
we learned all about fucks.
I like the part of
You
Bill
heard me,
and
I said
Ted's-
fuck.
Bill and Ted's movie 2, where there's a guy and then he's two guys, and then
he
he's one
splits
big
up.
guy.
He splits up and then gets mushed into a one guy named Staplers.
We're gonna find those guys from the radio show, and we're gonna do that with them and just have one big guy.
Because one big guy, you make like good robots, I guess.
Surfing and burfing.
Yeah. So anyway, see you. Tell those guys we'll see 'em.
I remember in the commercial for this,
Yeah,
it
like
always
he's
had
right
always had that line, "Put them in the Iron Maiden," and they're like,
Oh,
rocking
yeah,
out.
they think that's
they
awesome.
just rock out
They're
because of being reminded of
oh,
Iron
I
Maiden.
know what
the
that.
band.
Yeah, like I've heard it. I like rock and roll.
But at that time, I think still in my life, I was still afraid of Iron Maiden, solely based on like not necessarily just like Eddie and the like the scary record covers and T-shirts.
Yeah,
but
is
more
that guy's name?
yeah,
Eddie.
but more the
thought it was
guys who
Eddie.
wore those shirts were scary to me.
Yeah, they were always the guys
Yeah.
who would have knives.
Yeah, they were they were knife havers.
There were
Those-
guys who definitely,
Yeah.
maybe they didn't pull it out or bring it with them, but they had knives.
I wonder if like in like 1989 or whatever, if you were like walking around with an Iron Maiden shirt and you're new in school, and the other knife havers walk over to them, and they're like, "Hey there, Buster. I hope you're sporting a knife under there." And he's like, "Nah, man. I just rock out to Iron Maiden because I like the way their music sounds." And then they're like, "No. You gotta have a knife. That's the rules, Buster."
You see that guy? Go punch him. That's how they talk.
Yeah,
Go punch him.
Go punch that guy.
Listen, do you have a knife or what? Yeah, you
But
know
you
a band I've never
assume-
listened to? Iron Maiden.
I got into them. I got into Iron Maiden and probably like I was aware of. I got to hear them because of things
Yeah, I
like
just
in my
skipped them.
20s.
I was like,
they got some
skip
good
it.
rockers.
I
If you-
believe it.
Like if you're into rocking out to rock music, like a big time rock and roller, it is a cool band to get into. Iron Maiden, they're just cool, man.
Yeah, and everybody loves to rock and... Did I just say that a minute ago? Everybody loves to rock and roll?
You just, well, not a minute ago, but yeah, you just said
Okay,
it.
that was weird. No, that was some weird deja vu. Okay. Yes. Anyway, Bill and Ted really like it when the name of a band they like is said
Is
out
mentioned,
loud.
yeah. That's something I would probably get still excited about.
Sure.
Like if like a band that I liked got mentioned in casual, like if someone was like walking around, you're gonna know where I'm going with this. Someone was walking around with like a bucket, but the bucket was just not made with consideration for how much water it could hold. It was just really irresponsible.
Like it was designed to not work correctly.
It was
like it was like
designed-
built a certain way.
It was built to with the water
tumble,
Yeah,
I guess.
built
yeah.
to yeah. And if someone was like built to tumble, I would be like, oh, that's really close to built to spill, and then I would get a happy feeling based on that.
You
is
know,
what I'm
I just
saying.
I hear
or I
voices.
get mad. I might get mad.
I hear voices and they guide me towards the things I want to do. You know?
I wonder if I would get mad if someone said that accidentally. I post, like, I haven't drank alcohol in a while, and I definitely get way madder than I used to. However, there's also just a lot of stuff to be madder about on planet Earth. So maybe that's just it. Because yeah, that's it. It's Earth, not the drinking.
Yeah. No, it's definitely her.
Fuck you, Earth. Fucking Earth.
And that's
Fuck
actually
yeah.
kind of a good way to think about it, because then really anything that goes wrong in
It's just
your life,
Earth's
you're like,
problem.
oh, well, that's just something fucking Earth did.
It
I
does. Since Earth is pretty much like constantly in dire straits. See?
We are the sultans of
Oh
Earth.
man, have you ever fave yourself up and YouTube them playing Sultans of Swing, but like when it first came out, and he's
I
just
believe that.
he's
Oh, I
doing
bet
some
he's-
mighty fine and picking and a singing. It really is.
Oh, that was a deep cut.
He's
You
singing.
boys
that
do some mighty fine and picking and a sing. When he bangs the clipboard against the glass.
Oh, that guy's so good. What's his name?
That's Stephen Root.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
Stephen
like
Root,
he's like top character actor out there.
Man, he roots it up in Get Out.
Oh, big time, big time.
He's
You know,
just
we'll
rooting and
probably
tooting all over the place.
we'll probably be talking about him in a future episode as he shows up as the guy who hired Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men.
True
And it's like
that.
a real serious role. He hams it up a lot because that's what he does.
Yeah, but he was a little scary until he
yeah.
wasn't scary
Heck
at all.
Yeah, he was the big boss on news radio.
That's right, and he was kind of scary then.
Yeah, he
So-
was just yeah.
He can do scares and he can do hams. So
he's-
you got two things there, Steve Root. Good for you. You got two things. Anyway, this has been the Ultimate United Givers of Themes, the podcast.
You better believe it.
You can check out what we do at twogoff.com.
And you
That's
better believe
T
in
with
that.
U and then another U. So it's two U's. 2 GOF. Goff. Anyway.
That was
thanks.
a really confusing way to spell it. It was T-U, 2 U's, U-U, Goff, G-O-F,
It's-
Goff, dot.
I watched that Rolling Thunder.
I'm
that-
thinking of
I-
trying to type that while you're saying it.
I watched
It's like, wait.
I watched that Bob Dylan
I never seen
Rolling
that one.
Thunder thing the other day, so I'm doing a lot of like oh yeah.
I have
it
not
seeped
seen
in.
that one.
It seeped in.
That era of Dylan, sometimes that's a little like, whoa, man.
Yeah, it's a good.
Whoa,
hey, it's
buddy.
it's Martin Scorsese.
Yeah,
so,
oh no, Martin Scorsese.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. And it really is TUUGOF.com, just in case that was ever unclear. I mean, there's only like 20 of you, and I'm sure that like you get it already. So anyway, thank you for listening. We'll see you next time when we talk about Star Trek IV: The Voyage from Home.